Here's how to make this super practical. Each week, take your chord progression and write it down using the number system instead of the key-based system. So you would use a 1-4-5 for your progression instead of writing CFG. Why? Because now you can play it in any key. To keep track of these chord progressions, you can use your phone's note app, a simple notebook, or whatever works. The goal isn't to build a massive library, it's about creating a musical reference point in your mind that you can access anytime. And if you need somewhere to start, the Real Book, in a collection of real books, is packed with classic progressions. Or if you're more digital, hooktheory.com has tons of popular songs broken down by their progressions. Pick one that catches your ear and start there. But here's the most important part, the key to making this exercise work. Instead of trying to memorize progressions, I focused on recall. Every day, I tried to remember yesterday's progression without the material in front of me. That is the good old closed book testing method. Now you might be wondering, why does this method actually work? Let me explain it with something we all know. Think about driving somewhere new with your GPS. You'll get there by following the instructions. You turn left in 500 feet, you exit right, and then you make that illegal U-turn. But try going there again without the GPS. It's pretty scary, right? Something interesting happens when you drive that same route a few times without the GPS. Suddenly, you notice the coffee shop at the turn, you notice the weird-looking house on the corner, and the way the streets connect. That's exactly what happens in your brain when you try to remember a chord progression instead of looking it up. You're not just following instructions, you're understanding how everything connects. Now I was stuck in GPS mode. The moment I needed a progression, I would look it up. Sometimes it helped me, most of the time it didn't. And more importantly, I just continued to work with a shallow understanding of harmony. Now scientists have discovered that using recall is one of the most powerful ways our brains learn. The simple act of trying to remember something creates stronger connections than reviewing it 100 times. That's why our method works. Your morning practice from recall is like driving without the GPS. The evening review is reinforcing the route that you remembered. And the weekly focus on one progression allows you to learn one musical neighborhood at a time. Now, just like knowing a neighborhood lets you find multiple routes to the same place while also revealing interesting things along the way, let me show you how this translates to music. Take this simple progression.